Well, it was 1990 when Sandra and I first started coming to Ironbridge.
Brigetta and I came to Ironbridge looking for a new church where we would be closer to home. Came to Ironbridge first and never left 20 years ago.
Mark told me the history of Ironbridge, and one word that kept coming up that described it was love. The church love built to all of the different ways that this church was making an impact in the community and around the world.
Hey guys, this is Pastor Mark here in the auditorium at the Bridge. We're so excited about what God is doing right now in our faith community. God is blessing us. He is at work. We're seeing people that have been far from God that are coming to faith in Jesus Christ. We're seeing Christians growing in their faith. Great things are happening in almost every area of our faith community. And God has so richly blessed us. He's given us a gift that most churches can only dream about, and that is God has given us spiritual momentum. And so in obedience to Him, we're moving forward. God has put into our heart some amazing ministry initiatives that we know God wants us to be a part of. And so that is what iLove is all about.
iLove is an opportunity for the church to live and learn about a generous life.
But I see iLove really directed toward ministries, outreach ministries, community outreach ministries.
The most important thing about iLove is every person needs to understand they can make a difference.
The Trinity is just like the love of my life, so that's what I think of with iLove.
iLove is a 2-year discipleship experience that's going to dramatically change the way you and I think about and live out a life of radical generosity. Now, iLove is very different from maybe some capital stewardship campaigns that we've experienced in the past. Because in the past, in a capital campaign, we're raising extra funds for a specific project, usually a building, which we have done on several occasions in the life of the Bridge. But this is very, very different. This is an initiative. This is a radical generosity that is going to benefit and bless all the ministries of the Bridge.
And this whole process is about people. It's not about buildings, it's not about programs, it's not about anything but people.
This learning experience for me is about radical generosity. And when I first heard that, I really feel like God calling us to think beyond your thoughts, that He has something so much different and bigger planned.
And that to me showed what Ironbridge really is about, and that is prayerfully seeking God's will in everything we do.
Prayer is very important because it's the heart of our relationship with the Lord. It's where the relationship takes place.
And so think of it as like a rising tide. It's lifting all the boats of all of our ministries in our church. So it's going to benefit you. It's going to make our faith community much healthier. That's what sets the iLove initiative apart from other experiences we may have had in the past. Now let's get into some of the specifics of what iLove can mean for the Bridge faith community. It's really quite exciting. It's going to be an amazing 2 years. Here's what we want to do. With 10% of what God gives us over the next 24 months, we want to invest that into some awesome ministries in our community. Think of it as missions money going to make our community better. Here's another exciting thing we're excited about. We've been dreaming and praying about a mission house that we can open for missionary families that are on stateside assignment, and they can be a part of our fellowship and we can minister to them. It's going to be beautiful. Another great opportunity we have, as we all understand, we want to be able to leverage and use great technologies to do a better job of not only sharing the gospel, but of making disciples. Now what we also want to do is we want to invest in you. For a lot of years at the Bridge, we've invested in our children, and rightfully so. We've ministered to our student population, but now it's time to invest in the discipleship and the spiritual growth of our adult population. What will that look like? A discipleship pastor for the adult population. And again, the missions money is just going to be so important for us to be great community partners. Then what we want to do is we want to take $300,000 and set it aside, just as a family would do with a rainy day fund. we want to have that emergency fund. And many other ministries are going to benefit as well. Now, the iLove experience is going to begin with 7 consecutive Sundays where I'll be sharing 7 messages that are going to make a real difference in living a life of radical generosity. And it's all going to culminate on Sunday, November the 23rd. That is the big day where we come together, and here's how you can get ready for that big day. First, just want you to be here. I think you're really going to benefit and enjoy the 7 messages that God's going to be sharing with me, for me to share with you. The second thing is we've developed a generosity journal. Would love for you to spend a little bit of time looking at these questions. It will really help you in your faith journey with Christ. So that's going to be a really nice piece. The third thing I want you to do, it's not too early to begin really asking God what part He would want you to play in this exciting initiative.
Commitment Sunday will be where we step out and recognize where we're going to be over the next 2 years.
And think about the fear and trepidation that people are writing on those cards saying, I don't know if I can do this, but God, I believe you want me to be faithful.
I think wherever we are in our financial giving is that God has something so much bigger that He wants to share with us through this process.
Without giving God opportunities to be God, you don't see God.
You start with where you are. You take that first step, and you can trust Him. And then you take another step, and it grows.
Because on the 23rd of November, you're going to have an opportunity to fill out a commitment card which expresses your desire to be obedient to God over the next 2 years. And so be praying now, and be asking God what part He would want you to play. I can tell you this, Pal and I are all in. We're so excited about this iLove journey, and we're so glad you're going to be on this journey with us. God bless.